morning Stitchers, it's Jenny from Jenny Stitches and welcome back for week 2 of the season 8 Sewing Bee Roundups. I hope you're all well. Thank you for tuning into last week's video and all the lovely comments that you left. It was great to see some active discussion going on there. So yes, last night's episode, it's Thursday morning so I'm hot off the press again, was Sports Week, which was really different. So if you can imagine, when I watch Sewing Bee now, I sit there with a notebook and a pen because it's now my job to sort of make some notes ready for making these videos. So I'm thinking, oh great, the pattern challenge, that's usually where I get to make some recommendations. Can you imagine my reaction when they brought out the trainer pattern? I'm thinking, where do I go with that? So, fair to say I don't have any pattern recommendations in my business stock to share with you. I don't have any trainer patterns. I can, however, recommend checking out a company called Sneaker Kit. They make patterns and they make kits for shoemaking, and I think Lauren at Guthrie Garney stocks those, so I will pop some links below for you to have a look at those. However, I can show you some fabrics and notions and bits and pieces, but I thought as a pattern challenge, at first I thought, what is this? But I really enjoyed it and it looked like so much fun. It kind of left me feeling inspired to give shoemaking a try, which isn't something I've ever really considered before. I don't know about you, did you feel that way as well? You'll have to let me know. And the making of putting in of the eyelets and everything looked semi-stressful but also good fun. So I really enjoyed watching that, and I thought the finished results were just amazing because to start with I thought, I'm really not sure how this is going to turn out, but yeah, they got some really nice trainers and some really good takes on the different colours and styles and things, although I did feel awful for Ange. Poor Ange. It's just a collection of pieces on the table. That would have been me, definitely. So in terms of making your own shoes and fabric choices, I'll just pop that coffee down. A lot of the sewers were using cotton canvas. If I was to do it I thought about this in terms of if I was to make them from the materials in my shop, I would probably use this one. This is a nice medium weight cotton duck cotton canvas in really lovely loud colours, so I think that would look great on a shoe. You could also notice some of them went for a denim, a good sturdy weight of denim. This is 7.5 ounces. I wouldn't go any lower than that, so that's similar in weight to the canvas. A nice blue, which would look great with contrast laces and some nice silver eyelets to really make it pop. I found it quite inspirational, to be honest. I also noticed that Brogan used this linen blend fabric, which is quite fine actually. I think this would need interfacing. She used this for her toe, but I thought I would include that and show you that I've got a little bit of that left. And finally, just included some just basic red cotton drill. That's a nice sturdy weight. That would also work. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's something I would ever get the time to get around to, but it did look really good. I enjoyed that challenge more than I thought I would. And in terms of bits and pieces, you've got your Prym Eyelets. These are 8mm eyelets. They do come with a tool for inserting them, and you use a hammer. If you do ever put these in, take it outside and do it maybe on like a concrete slab or a patio or something that's really gonna not absorb the impact. Or the best thing to put these in with is the Vario pliers. But if you are going to use these eyelets, they do need a lot of interfacing behind them to give them grip. And this is some 8mm flat drawstring tape, and you can use these as shoelaces. I will show you here. This is the purple. If I show you it up close, is it going to focus in on it? I don't know. There you go, these would look cool, and you can just use these tapes anyway, not just for drawstrings in clothes, but if you just want to swap out the laces in your existing trainers and give them a fresh look. This works nicely, so I'll leave links to all those items below. Again, I won't really cover too much about the transformation challenge, but there were some really nice efforts this week, and I thought having the pleats to play with really gave quite a lot of options. So I did like seeing how everybody tackled that one this time. I thought it wasn't too bad. Quite enjoyed that. And then I'm absolutely gasping for this coffee this morning. And then finally we had the made to measure, which was to make a Sporting Hero inspired jacket. Whilst I watch the Bee, my mum watches in her house and we tend to text back and forth, and she said, "Who is your sporting hero?" And I thought, I don't know. I don't know who I would base that off, to be honest. And I'm still thinking about it now. How about you? Is that something that it just jumped in your head? I would do it for X. Yeah, I don't really have like sporting heroes. I'd really have to give that one some thought. But it was a really, really good challenge, and the finished results, because I actually managed to see them this week, I did manage to record it, they were just gorgeous, and I thought there was some real stunners amongst them. And actually this time, in terms of pattern suggestions, simplicity have come up trumps. I've even had to leave a couple out because there's loads I could show you. Less so in the fabric line, but I can definitely share some nice patterns. So I'll start with the Friday Pattern Company Arlo track jacket. I'll pop a picture up as always so you can see the cover. But this is a gender neutral pattern, and it's not a bomber jacket, it is a track jacket. It's got a nice sort of high collar, and it goes from sizes extra small to XX, oh no, hang on a minute, much bigger than that. It goes to extra small to 7XL, so a great range of sizes on that pattern. And it's got some interesting detailing, I'm not sure if you can see here, around the shaping on the bodice. So that's a nice pattern. And that's the only indie one that I have to show you, but simplicity, I've got 4. So we'll go straight in with, I think this probably sums up very similar to what the sewists were doing. This is a Mimi G pattern, and this is Simplicity 8702. And it's just gorgeous, isn't it? I love the combination of colours that she's chosen there. But yeah, very similar to what the sewers were making. And you get a pair of leggings on this pattern. So it's the full set. I like that a lot. I was very impressed with how they'd lined up the chevrons and the shapes on some of those jackets. In the time available, I thought that was really, really good. Again by Mimi G, we've got Simplicity 9458, more of a sort of plain bomber jacket and some looser fit pants. These are technically in the menswear section, but it's just a jacket, isn't it? Ladies can wear it too. Yeah, I like that one. That's got a bit of a raglan sleeve going on there. Very nice, much more of the sort of streetwear style. Then I have picked out, it's just slightly different, 8705, and this one is probably more of a top than a jacket, but it's got that half zip sort of style, so I thought it was nice to include actually as a slightly different take on those patterns. And you've also got trousers and shorts on this one, so as sportswear goes, that's pretty good. And finally, I've just included Simplicity 9278, which is like a half zip jacket with some cropped length options and trousers as well. And I think that's really, really nice. So there you go. So in terms of fabrics for the jackets, most of the sewers were using scuba. I don't have any scuba in,
I've had it in the past, but I don't have any at the moment. But yep, it is highly like stretchy. It's an entirely synthetic fabric. If you've ever worked with it, it's lovely to work with. It's actually very stable when you're working with it, and it doesn't crease, and it does have, it's a sort of relative of neoprene, which is why it's called scuba. And yeah, it has that sort of malleable kind of spongy, lightweight feel to it. It's really nice. I would definitely recommend it. The closest thing I have to that, oops, I'm throwing you about, sorry, is Ponte Roma, which is a medium weight knit. Again, it's mostly polyester. Some Pontes have a viscose content as well, but a relatively stable knit. Ponte would work nicely for any of those jackets. I would definitely recommend giving that a try. You don't get as much stretch as you would with the scuba, but it would still be nice to wear and to work with. Also, sweatshirting would be a good option. This is French terry, which is lightweight, and this is a cotton and elastane blend. So if you were wanting more natural fibres, maybe just for casual wear, because synthetic fibres definitely work well for sportswear, for wicking away moisture. Cotton tends to sort of, if it gets wet, it stays wet, which is why we don't wear it for like running clothes and that kind of thing. But if you were wanting to make one of those jackets up just as a casual over the top layer, that will be fine, a bit like wearing a hoodie really. And finally, I will show you this lovely waterproof fabric which I've had back in. This is a lightweight waterproof fabric, it's an ex-designer one, and I think that would work nicely as well. So there you go. It was very, very different this week, and I really enjoyed it. You'll have to let me know your thoughts. Did you enjoy the episode? Are you inspired to give trainer sewing or jacket sewing a go, and who is your sporting idol? Let me know in the comments. But I will go and get this video edited and uploaded for you now. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Take care.